Man and Machine. Load your lifestyle.
Good afternoon and welcome to Play Specs right here on Man and Machine, and today we're going to talk about one of the more extreme hobbies, and you guessed right, it's RC chopper flying. With me right now is an extreme hobbyist come businessman, Mr. Elian Cham. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon.
Yeah, thank you for being on the show. During your spare time you fly choppers, but they're on a smaller scale. So we're going to talk about RC choppers, and in front of us is one of the more popular models that we have that we know. I'm sure it's pretty familiar if you've watched some Vietnam War movies. This is one of the more used models out there. This is, what do you call this?
Huey, UH-1, Huey.
The Huey. All right, now I know that flying RC choppers, I mean, like, it's got to be the most complicated, the most difficult thing to learn when it comes to RC controlled stuff.
Yes. Actually, it took me more than a month just to learn how to hover.
Okay. What makes it more difficult than learning, just to drive an RC car?
This one, parang you need to balance it. It's really very unstable. You cannot just leave it. Dapat lilipat ng helicopter. Ang tendency niyan, its tendency is to turn right. Maybe you have to compensate it. You have to turn left.
Okay,
it's really very unstable flying machine.
It's constantly being controlled.
Yes.
You can't just leave it hovering. So wala siyang auto-hover mode? Wala autopilot?
Wala.
Holy cow. Okay. So you started out with static models too.
Yes.
And then, was it like choppers right away, or what did you progress
to? Car muna.
Of course. Yung hand-to-eye coordination mo, you had to really get that put together first before you could actually try more complex.
Actually, it's difficult.
So now, you're talking about like one channel lang for the car. How many channels does it take to control a chopper like this?
Chopper minimum 5 channel kailangan.
5 channels.
One for the aileron, one for the elevator,
okay, the lift, okay,
and the throttle. Throttle required 2 One for the throttle control and one for the pitch for the blade. And the rudder, yan. So for model helicopter, you need at least minimum 5 channel.
Moving on to, if you want to get started, what do you need to learn first when you want to get into chopper? Kasi parang, syempre, manonood ka, you have a group, you have, you fly your RC choppers and everybody just drop their jaws in awe and see, wow, ang galing naman ito. I want to get into that. So, what does it take to get into that?
The cheapest,
yeah.
Cheapest para use a simulator.
Use a simulator.
Sa computer,
Sa
simulator.
PC.
Sa PC.
Talaga?
It help a lot,
Okay.
Kasi dati wala pa siyang masyadong simulator
Okay.
And ngayon, you can buy a simulator.
But how do you control it? Kasi syempre, you're using your mouse and your...
Same control.
Yeah.
May simulator. May interface papuntang computer.
Okay. That's cool.
It help a lot.
Now in getting to the hobby of RC chopper flying, you gotta have 2 things. Una is budget, and pangalawa is an understanding wife. People who are really good with that, when it takes a different kind of person with that kind of coordination, can actually find a job in the most, what do you call this, like for example the military. These days, diba, you have surveillance choppers, drones that actually check out the terrain before the infantry comes in. May mga ganong situations na. And then of course in Hollywood, where you can actually come up with shots that are like impossible to do with your usual equipment or even a real chopper because of the size implications. Diba? In the internet, you'd actually see that for surveillance purposes, for real estate, for example, you can attach broadcast quality camera, and there you go, instant aerial footage. Well, Elian Cham, it's been awesome talking with you, and I'd like to be able to control the chopper eventually, but I'll stick to smaller things first, the ones that roll on the ground. So thank you for being with us on the show. It's been an awesome pleasure having you here. Once again, this has been Artie for Play Specs. I'll catch you back on Man and Machine. Fly on.
Man and Machine.